The 80s and 90s were a special time for fashion, thanks to some super famous supermodels. These women were stars who changed the way we think about beauty and style. But how do they look and live today? Let's take a fun look at these famous supermodels from back then and see where they are now. Starting the list with one of the most iconic, Naomi Campbell, whose life has been as glamorous as it has been groundbreaking.
Now, she's actually, do you want to come forward a bit so we can have a good look at you? Why does she make a good cover girl?
From strutting down catwalks to launching global initiatives, Naomi Campbell turned the runway into a revolution. Rising to prominence at just 15, Naomi shattered glass ceilings by becoming the first black model to grace the covers of French Vogue and Time magazine. Alongside icons like Cindy Crawford and Linda Evangelista, Campbell ruled the golden era of modeling, walking for houses like Versace, Chanel, and Yves Saint Laurent. And let's not forget her legendary appearance in George Michael's Freedom 90s video. That was a fashion declaration, but Naomi didn't stop when the 90s ended. Today, she's still lighting up runways, most recently in a sheer Dolce & Gabbana showstopper in Milan. In 2024, London's Victoria and Albert Museum honored her 4-decade-long career with a retrospective titled Naomi in Fashion. And while her heels never stopped clicking, she added new titles to her legacy: founder of KC Global Partnerships in Dubai and creator of Fashion for Relief. Her personal life, too, has taken a beautiful turn. Naomi became a mother via surrogacy, welcoming a daughter in 2021 and a son in 2023. Though she keeps their lives private, she calls motherhood the best thing I've ever done. Beyond fashion, Naomi is a force in philanthropy and advocacy. She's been a bold voice demanding diversity in the industry that once made her an outsider. Next up, one of the most elegant faces of the supermodel era, Claudia Schiffer, whose icy blue stare and timeless beauty made her the ultimate blonde bombshell of the 90s.
There's one model who didn't just survive the industry, she owned it. We're talking about Claudia Schiffer. Yep, that's right. From her very first runway walk for Chanel to becoming Karl Lagerfeld's muse, Claudia made her mark.
Discovered at 17 in a Dusseldorf nightclub, Schiffer skyrocketed to fame in 1989 as the fresh face of Guess, channeling Brigitte Bardot vibes with effortless charm. By 1990, Karl Lagerfeld had made her the face of Chanel. She went on to grace over 1,000 magazine covers. Yes, that's a Guinness World Record, and became a symbol of the golden age of supermodels. But Claudia wasn't just a pretty face on the runway. She ventured into acting, landing roles in films like Richie Rich and Love Actually, while popping up in music videos and TV cameos that showcased her range. In 2011, she shifted gears and launched her own luxury cashmere line in Paris, later branching into eyewear and shoes. These days, Claudia lives far from the flashing lights. Married to film director Matthew Vaughn since 2002, she's a mother of 3 and lives in a Tudor estate in the English countryside, where she gardens, decorates with mid-century furniture, and hosts cozy-themed family gatherings. Next, we have Linda Evangelista, a supermodel who defined it. With a face that could launch 1,000 campaigns and a quote that shook the industry, Linda Evangelista was, and still is, unapologetically iconic.
She was the face of the 90s. Vogue called her the most beautiful woman in the world.
Born in Ontario, Canada in 1965, Evangelista rose to global fame as the shape-shifting muse of the fashion world. Nicknamed the chameleon for her unmatched ability to morph her look, Linda was the moment. Alongside Naomi, Cindy, Christy, and Claudia, she walked the most powerful runways in the late 80s and 90s and graced over 700 magazine covers. She famously said, "We don't wake up for less than $10,000 a day." A bold line that was true. Evangelista knew her worth, and so did the designers who clamored to work with her. Versace, Chanel, Revlon. She was front and center in George Michael's iconic Freedom. After stepping back from the spotlight, Linda re-emerged at the 2024 Met Gala, draped in kaiti and anakuri, showing the world she never really left. She just took a breath. Her journey hasn't been easy, from a deeply personal battle with breast cancer, undergoing a double mastectomy, to the public fallout from a cosmetic procedure gone wrong. Linda's story is one of resilience. She's called her scars trophies, and in doing so, turns survival into a statement. Next up is a supermodel whose grace and intellect redefined what it meant to be a fashion icon, Christy Turlington.
Christy Turlington is just so beautiful.
Christy Turlington is one that I'm a big fan of.
I would say Christy Turlington.
Christy's rise was swift and unstoppable. By 1989, she'd signed a record-breaking contract with Calvin Klein. Known for her serene beauty and icy blue gaze, Christy appeared in iconic music videos like Duran's Notorious and George Michael's Freedom. 90, she also brought the runway to life in documentaries such as Unzipped and Catwalk. But Christy's impact goes far beyond the catwalk. After a difficult childbirth experience, she founded Every Mother Counts in 2010, a nonprofit devoted to making pregnancy safer for women worldwide. She directed No Woman, No Cry, a poignant film shedding light on maternal health challenges across the globe. A scholar and wellness advocate, Christy earned degrees from New York University and Columbia, authored Living Yoga, and launched Ayurvedic skincare and yoga-inspired apparel lines. She's married to actor-director Edward Burns, and together they have 2 children, Grace and Finn. Next up is the British supermodel who rewrote the rules of beauty and defined an era with her rebellious edge, Kate Moss, the ultimate icon of heroin chic cool. After being seen at the age of 14 in JFK Airport, Kate stirred up fashion with her thin appearance and attitude that went against the typical glamour of those days. Thanks to her surprising Calvin Klein obsession commercial, she became a worldwide name, and her creative work with designers like Alexander McQueen caused her to be seen as both a muse and an avant-garde figure. With over 300 magazine covers and a record-breaking 78 covers across all 4 major Vogue editions, Kate's face is truly everywhere. But she's much more than a model. She's an entrepreneur who founded the Kate Moss Agency in 2016. Cosmos, Kate's 2022 brand, is a sign of how she now focuses on complete wellness by making and selling natural tea extracts and products for the skin. While Kate used to join the party scene, now she lives a tranquil life, exercising with yoga and Pilates and tending her garden. Next up, the unstoppable force of charisma and style, Tyra Banks.
When I was younger, I was more of a high fashion model look. So it was a little more quirky, more odd, more interesting.
Being only 15 when she began her modeling career, Tyra became the first African-American woman featured on the covers of both GQ and the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. From 1997 to 2005, she amazed everyone as a Victoria's Secret angel and helped open up more opportunities for different backgrounds in modeling. But Tyra didn't stop at modeling. In 2003, she created and hosted America's Next Top Model, revolutionizing reality TV and launching countless careers. Her own talk show earned her 2 Daytime Emmys, while acting roles in Coyote Ugly and Life Size showed her range. Entrepreneurship is in her DNA. The Model Land book inspired Tyra to create a fashion brand, Tyra Beauty, headquartered in Los Angeles. Next we have Helena Christensen, a timeless beauty who transformed from supermodel to creative visionary.
Long-wearing lip color that actually feels good. When you press your lips together, the unique formula with microbeads revives color, lip-nurturing moisturizer.
Born on Christmas Day 1968 in Copenhagen to Danish and Peruvian parents, Helena won Miss Copenhagen at 16 and Miss Denmark in 1987, launching her path to superstardom. Moving to Paris, she quickly became the face of luxury, starring in Chanel campaigns shot by Karl Lagerfeld and Prada's debut campaign. One of fashion's legendary Magnificent Seven, Helena graced countless Vogue covers, became a Victoria's Secret angel, and made a splash in pop culture starring in Chris Isaac's Wicked Games video. Once MTV's sexiest video, her iconic 1992 Versace bondage dress remains a fashion milestone to this day. But Helena's evolution didn't stop at modeling. She co-founded Nylon magazine, built a respected photography career shooting for Vogue and Marie Claire, and ventured into design with lingerie and swimwear collections. Now a creative director and vintage boutique co-owner in NYC, she merges fashion with entrepreneurship. Her humanitarian heart shines through her UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador role in active fundraising efforts for causes like breast cancer. Next, we have Tatjana Patitz, the quietly magnetic supermodel who redefined elegance and authenticity. Born in Hamburg, Germany on May 25, 1966, and raised in Sweden, Tatjana started her road to fame after finishing third in a modeling contest in Stockholm. Though her early career had humble beginnings, legendary photographer Peter Lindbergh recognized her unique presence and helped shape her iconic image. Alongside models Linda, Cindy, Naomi, and Christy, Tatjana joined the first set of supermodels in the legendary white shirt shoot and also posed for the cover of British Vogue's 1990 edition together with the trio. Walking for Chanel, Dior, Versace, and more, Tatjana embodied a distinct European chic, described by Anna Wintour as mysterious, more grown-up, more unattainable. Her tall, statuesque frame and expressive range set her apart in a sea of supermodels. After that, rather than performing, Tatjana decided to live a more peaceful life in California with her loved ones. Although she stopped modeling as much, she took part in a few occasions, like Etro in Milan and L'Oreal ads. Next up, the Australian powerhouse known as The Body. Her statuesque frame and radiant confidence redefined beauty standards in the supermodel era.
How close do we get to that? Well, about 12 years ago, I would have had a different answer, I think. That was before I came to America.
Born Eleanor Nancy Gow on March 29, 1964, in Killara, New South Wales, Elle Macpherson's rise began in the early 80s and quickly soared with 5 unforgettable Sports Illustrated swimsuit covers, earning her the iconic nickname from Time magazine in 1989. As one of the original Magnificent 7 supermodels, alongside Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawford, and others, Elle fronted campaigns for Louis Vuitton, Calvin Klein, Dior, Versace, and more. But she didn't stop there. Elle crossed into film and TV, starring in Sirens, Batman and Robin, and even playing Janine on Friends. Her business savvy blossomed with her lingerie line, skincare collection, and roles hosting Britain and Ireland's Next Top Model and executive producing fashion star. In recent years, Elle transformed into a wellness pioneer, launching WellCo and advocating holistic health after her own health journey post-50. A breast cancer survivor since 2017, she openly shares her path to utter wellness, promoting sobriety since 2003. Next up is a quintessential 90s supermodel, Stephanie Seymour. She etched her mark in pop culture with unforgettable music videos and fierce fashion moments.
Another time, you know, she's done things that will never be done again, and they don't make them like Polly anymore. I don't know what else to say, how to explain it. You'd have to meet her, you'd have to know her.
Born July 23, 1968 in San Diego, Stephanie Seymour got her start modeling locally before hitting the big leagues as a finalist in Elite Model's Look of the Year contest in 1983. Discovered by legendary photographers Herb Ritts and Peter Lindbergh, she quickly became a staple on high-fashion runways and one of the very first Victoria's Secret angels. Stephanie graced multiple Sports Illustrated swimsuit editions and Vogue covers, while becoming a household name with her starring appearances in Guns N' Roses' iconic videos like November Rain and Don't Cry, which cemented her status as a 90s pop culture icon. She was also the muse for designers like Versace, famously closing Donatella's Fall 2019 show, and fronted campaigns for Dior, Chanel, and Valentino. Branching into entrepreneurship, Stephanie authored Beauty Secrets for Dummies in 1998 and became Estée Lauder's global spokesmodel in 2014. Raven and Sparrow, a luxury lingerie and loungewear brand inspired by the past, was launched by her in 2017. Beyond modeling, Stephanie acted in films like Pollock and TV shows such as Law & Order, Criminal Intent. She remains active in philanthropy and art, honoring her late son Harry through charitable work and personal tributes. With a fortune over $100 million, Stephanie still guides and teaches the next young people in modeling. And that's the end of our Runway Rewind. So which iconic supermodel or fashion era should we spotlight next? Drop your ideas in the comments. And if you love this trip down memory lane, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a throwback.